says they're a little concerned. They're very concerned.
So what? What's wrong with being sexy?
Here.
Oh, it was demoralizing. I mean, I had to go look in the mirror for 10 minutes and get over the body dysmorphia from it, because it was like,
Talking about selfies. Welcome to
thirst traps, baby.
20 and 21 episode. What is it? 290.
290.
290.
It's the big 290 anniversary.
We're on the film now.
On the film.
It's not film at all. It's bites and stuff. Welcome to the show. My name's
dust.
Joseph Eastwood Fresh. We've been on 91.1 WDBX. Welcome. This is what we look like. You can turn it off now.
It's the first time we've seen each other in 4
First time,
years.
last time.
That's true.
I don't think we've seen each other since COVID.
It's true. It's the first time we've been in a room since COVID. Yes, we talk about the 20 greatest things of the 21st century.
We shan't work together again.
Today's episode, 1988 Batman. But before we get into that, got some old bits. Remember we used to do bits back in the day?
I do
do.
remember that.
Yeah, I got one right here.
This is an old one.
This is an old one.
We're bringing it back. We're bringing sexy
Now here's
back.
what happened. This is our 290th episode. I used to put a lot of work into this show.
No, he didn't.
It's true. You even built a shrine to Bob Dylan.
I had a
literal
shrine
shrine to Bob Dylan.
It started
that
out,
was an effort.
That's right. It started out as a show where we reviewed Bob Dylan albums, and
we did them all.
I pray you heard those first episodes. I pray, but I bet you didn't. But this is, you can have a little piece of them here, and this is a little segment I like to call Eastwood Spoils History.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
You know, we live in the got me thinking here. We live in the old land of Lincoln.
We do.
Get ready to drink the milk, because I'm tearing that fridge right out the wall.
No bears to wrestle, might as well.
Old Honest Abe all he wanted was a night out. Spoilers, bang bang, you're dead.
Jesus.
Should have seen it coming. M. Night Shyamalan style. This has been Eastwood Spoils History.
He was
forgot
the
about
first
that.
president to have a cat.
Is that right?
That's right.
He loved cats.
When were cats like? I figured cats go back all the way to like Egyptian days.
Oh, yeah.
They loved them.
Yeah.
But what? Americans didn't like their cats.
Oh, I have no idea.
Scared of
idea.
that old pussy.
I don't know
Pussy.
about the presidential pets.
Did
per
they have
se,
dogs
but
before?
I just happened to hear that yesterday.
I heard this
morning or
yesterday that
something,
he
yeah.
not only liked a cat, he liked cats.
He was a cat lady.
Like the play. He was.
Oh,
You know.
alone in the moon.
Boy, was that movie good or no?
I think he was a bigger fan of Weekend at Bernie's.
Was he?
Yeah, I mean, they did that with him. He got Weekend at Bernie's essentially.
Really? Lincoln got burned?
Yeah, they stole his cat. You guys have been to Springfield, don't you?
Oh, yeah, because they had to
How
get
many
his
trips have you been
body
to his
all
grave?
across the train.
I put his hat
to get it
on.
here, didn't
They didn't like it at
No,
all.
after that,
They
that's why
kicked me out.
you've been to his grave, right?
Yeah,
His
in
grave's like got
Springfield.
all the big locks and everything
Yeah,
on. It's
yeah,
in the
yeah.
well. They tell you the story of why he's in there now instead of like up in the mausoleum.
Because people kept trying to
They
steal his
kidnapped him. You don't know the story?
Confederates?
No, no,
Mary
just
Todd.
greedy people.
Is
man.
this like a?
Well, she was nuts, right?
Now, is this like a Brito Brothers, Graham?
No,
Parks?
no,
Is this
no,
like
no,
this?
no,
Mary
no.
Todd had a deal to steal his body. All right.
No, you guys seriously don't remember the story of Lincoln's body getting stolen from
No, I don't.
I
field trips?
literally don't.
It was a big deal. Yeah,
What did they want with his body?
ransom it.
Did
Money,
they?
money,
I thought they
yeah.
were like literally had him on a train.
Yeah, no, I was
let's
being.
stop
I
this-
was,
I
I was
was
trying to. I was
Let's
trying to
stop
make a.
this Civil War right now. The
Because
South
they do take his
the
body
South
across
is right.
country, make stops all along the way.
I was just trying to make a little Civil War reference humor there. Sorry
I liked
about
it.
that.
I didn't know.
I just don't remember that.
Boy, what would you do with old Lincoln if you had him? I think, if you were a Confederate, you'd probably prop him up there and say, "Hey, the war's over."
Shoot him again.
Don't pay no attention to the fact that my eyes are closed. These new sunglasses.
I am repealing the Emancipation
Got 'em from
Proclamation.
Tarantese.
Oh man, that's Tarantino's new movie.
Oh, that's right.
Is the revenge that they dole out after they kill Lincoln, and we see
Yeah.
him hunt down
like
Jefferson
it.
Davis, Robert E. Lee, Adolf Hitler,
And it's
Donald
Brad
Trump.
Pitt's uncle.
Well, I'm sorry.
He's-
Sorry.
Hey, speaking of, here's another Eastwood Spoils history.
Oh boy.
Let's go back in history for a second. Way back.
Way
there.
back. Way back.
I'm gonna get the sour
70s?
cream. Get out the
Spoil the sour cream.
50. I'm gonna make that sour cream even more sour. Joan of Arc, Revolutionary Warrior for God. Spoiler alert. Joke's on you. God's a fuckboy.
Oh boy. Is that a new one or is that an old one?
He let you burn on the stake. This has been Eastwood's Spoils History. I'm sorry.
No, but we're not. We're not though.
There is a meme going around right now that is, it's something like, God never gives you more than you can handle.
Yes,
Right.
yeah.
Unless you
Unless
live at a
it's-
certain place at a certain
It's
time.
like the global south.
No, it just says it's like unless you live at a
okay.
certain place
You're
at
a
certain
woman.
time,
It's
it
gonna
makes
say-
it very
Yeah,
bad.
right.
Except for cancer, or if they're born in this, but yeah.
Right. Asia, generally.
Yeah. All right, let's get
Africa?
into it.
Right. Yeah.
Let's get into it. I made you guys watch the Revolutionary movie.
And I'm glad that you put it appropriately that way.
Wait till they get a load of me.
I made you watch. That's right. You guys are my number one boys.
Which one of you communists stole my Dr. Pepper?
I did not steal your Dr.
Might have
Pepper.
been Rufus. Oh no, he's over on the
Right there.
couch. Cha-ching!
That's
It was
Rufus.
Yoda.
Thank
I
you.
remember being so excited for this movie when I was young. I was
True,
pretty young when
true.
this came out. I used to watch the.
I walked around for a
12,
week
13.
going na 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 na, and we were so disappointed.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
I
bought
watched
the shirt.
the,
I wore my
uh,
Batman shirt like back then.
Oh yeah,
About to go-
absolutely.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I watched the old show when I was super little, and I read comics, so I was ready for this thing. And parts of me loved it, but even as a kid, parts of me were like, "This is weird." There were elements that
So you were kinder then, because
Yes,
weird wasn't the word I used in my head when I was watching it.
I didn't like the Joker back then. That was the weird parts for me. It's like, why isn't he doing villainy stuff? Why is he
Okay.
dancing and acting all weird?
Well, I got to be honest. Here's my hot take on it. I love the Joker in this movie.
Now I do. But then
I don't like
did.
the rest of the movie.
Oh yeah.
The rest of the movie is painful.
I like
Slow.
Keaton. I like
That's not
Keaton.
true. There's parts of it I love, but God, it's so slow. And it's so let's get into it. Let's
Yeah,
just get
yeah,
into
yeah,
this thing.
yeah.
We start. I remember being in theater and being like, "What is this? You're just circling around something in the dark."
Right,
You're like,
right.
what? And I even remember my mom being like, "Where are we? What's going on here?" And I was, I had some theory. I was like,
Get out of Gotham.
like where the sewer is. It's Killer Croc. He's planting bombs in the sewer again. Robin. It turns out to be the bat symbol.
Right.
We get the old, it's a Warner Brothers logo. I've stolen this from another show, favorite show of mine. If you see the police, Warner Brother. All right.
I feel like I'm on one of those episodes of like dad jokes. So we gotta take a shot because I laughed. You know what I mean?
Notice I didn't flinch. I was just,
Williams, you're impervious. You are. I think Robbie. I think you are the reason that our friend group continues to tell dad jokes, is because they pain you so much. And it's very much like one of those. We found out what bothers you.
The
So
kryptonite.
we're never gonna stop.
The
doing
kryptonite
it. Right,
found.
yeah, right. So yeah, you know what I mean.
We see some
do.
credits here. In the credits, it has Kim Basinger's Dressed By. She gets the whole credit for she was dressed by.
She was dressed by.
And they deserve that credit because she was
Do you
dressed
think
like
they
something.
mean like the person who made the dress, or the person who helped
No,
her
it's
into
her like
it
style.
and
Yes, the
wardrobe? Or-
person that actually helped her into it. I'm pretty sure.
I'm
that's
so,
how
I
that
appreciate
works.
that. I'm learning about the biz. You know.
Yeah, when you see a wardrobe buy, that means like
Well, that's why I asked.
They take some WD-40, which I know you love.
A sponsor, one of
Offer
my
code
sponsors.
2021. And they spray it in there.
You can always
they
get
spray it
a
all over their
5%
little
discount
model
on
booties, and then they
Slick Sharp.
get them right in there.
That's it. WD-40. You can fit a Cadillac in a doghouse with enough of that stuff.
no, wait, that's Michelle Pfeiffer in
That's right.
the
Oh,
second
Well,
one.
that's
But
how.
anyway, we're not there yet.
That's how we
That's
got
right.
the product
That's
placement
right.
for the second
Right.
film.
That's right.
I just thought it was weird that she got that credit. Gotham looks coolish.
I thought it was weird that she was allowed to be in the movie. But you go right ahead.
She's something else in this movie. She's you said you thought she was greasy, I think is what you called her.
Yeah, you
in text
did. Yeah,
message.
you were like, yeah, you were
said you're
in the
greasy.
gutter with it.
Greasy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right?
dude. There's a couple scenes where her hair. She didn't wash her freaking hair.
She's got those Sally Jesse Raphael glasses on the first time we see
How about
her.
the beret?
Well,
thing
that's to
jammed
give
on
her that's to give her
head?
credibility, though, right? Because she's a serious
She's
investigative
a
journalist,
serious
so
that's
so
right.
you better throw on
And man,
some, yeah.
You know, here's what I miss about the old days: a serious investigative journalist comes in, and I'd be like, "Hello, legs."
I was going to say that Arliss was sexually harassed her the entire time.
Get-go.
entire
Hey,
movie. The
you want a
entire
nude
movie.
picture of me? You better bring a long lens. She's a Pulitzer Prize winning photographer.
That just was in like a war zone.
Just came from a war zone.
I think the kids have like 3 or 4 names for what Arliss is now. You know?
Okay.
What do you mean?
Oh.
Well, I think Cuck's one of them,
Oh no.
isn't it?
Beta?
Yeah, Incel, is that one? I'm not sure. I'm asking.
I don't know.
He's he wants Vicky Vale so bad.
Oh, man.
He's at her.
Simp. I think he's
But
a simp. He's a
That's what-
simp.
he's a
That's
simp.
maybe that's what I'm thinking.
But
of.
that's how he addresses her right as he meets her.
yeah, he's got no riz.
And then we have this opening, and I'm thinking, is this the Wayne story? We've seen it.
Yeah.
It looks like.
I thought it was.
I
When,
did
yeah,
too.
watching it for this time again. That's
But then I
exactly what I was
realized,
like.
you know,
I was like,
too
man,
poor.
did they put that out this early?
That's exactly right,
Yeah.
Rob.
Yeah,
I was like,
they're too poor.
They were too poor. There was no pearl necklace. You know, Bruce.
Pearl necklace.
You know,
yeah, my
Bruce-
immediately went to ZZ
Bruce
Top.
Wayne's mom
Yeah.
got a pearl necklace, and you know it.
That's right.
That's how you know Bruce Wayne's mom.
She was in Summer Camp Girls 24.
Jesus.
She's got a pearl necklace. Always though. Every iteration, Snyder.
It's always in there,
comics,
yep.
Nolan, whoever directed. Oh, Tim Burton. That's who. Always has a pearl necklace. That's how you identify his mom. Hey, where's your mom at? She's the lady laying down over there with the pearl necklace.
She's the one who always wants a pearl necklace.
She never goes anywhere without getting a pearl necklace on first.
ZZ Top follows her around. That's her theme
That's right.
music.
Billy's right behind her. Combing his beard while he's playing.
With a big nose strapped on his belt.
But
Muddy Waters invented electricity, son.
I was
like,
going to say,
wait.
hey, Crossroads, that's what Ralph.
Are you handing out
Macchio.
pearl necklaces over here? Because I'll take one. I love them. I even got one for my son Bruce one time. Bruce, do you remember when you gave me that pearl necklace for Christmas?
Edible Batman.
Have I taken this joke too far?
Not yet.
I had her son giving her a pearl necklace. All right.
It's a gift that keeps on giving.
Well, yeah, I mean, that seems normal, though, these days
Anyway,
in that world, though, right?
It's
That kink is, I don't
I
get
think
it.
that's
But
long
I'm
gone.
not kink shaming
A
you,
kink in the
but,
necklace?
you know, yeah.
I wear a pearl necklace on occasion myself.
Oh, it seems cruel to do that to the oysters, though, doesn't it?
Well, they're already dead at that point.
But they've been tortured to get to
Yeah.
the pearl because the sand in it.
I didn't have anything to do with
I didn't know that. I didn't know it
Hashtag
killed. That's
cancel
even
Eastwood.
worse. I thought you
He's
could just torture them over and over
torturing
again.
oysters.
I thought like you fished one out and just chucked another piece of sand in there and kept going. I had no idea.
I don't think that's how it works.
I didn't know.
We're
I don't know.
7 seconds into the movie.
Yes,
at this
we're
point.
right. We're in the credits. We're still going. The guy jumps out of nowhere. I love these crooks. They rob the family. They get on top of this building. They're talking about like, "Hey, what happened to Delaney?" I don't know if that's his name. And it's like, "I heard Delaney went downtown. He got arrested." That's not what I heard. I heard the bat got him.
That's right.
I love everybody's voice in this movie. I will say that.
Yeah.
I love Eckhart.
Yes.
Eckhart's great. I could play Eckhart, I think. I can grow my beard out. He talks like this.
Just need a cigar.
What are you doing here, Jack? He sounds insane when he talks. That's a great death scene. Anyway, they get robbed. Batman shows up. It's a pretty cool shot when he drops down behind him. They're talking about him, and you see him come down. One of like 3 cool shots in this movie. And then he beats him up. Now, here's my favorite part of this. Batman's famous for his right?
Yeah.
Well, he shoots his against the guy, starts pulling him in. It takes him conservatively 18 minutes to pull him 8 feet.
Right.
And then you do not cut away.
No.
They don't speed up
That
the
was
film.
an homage to them climbing up the buildings in
Well,
the TV show.
Perhaps it was.
I think we're giving
And now it'd
too
been,
much
it'd been
credit.
great if like Carol Burnett had popped out on the way. Yes.
I have another beef in the next movie about how he's the king of that, but he takes ladders the entire freaking movie.
No, he's got a ladder.
He's always got a ladder. He's like,
Well,
I could fly
and
up there like
right
Batman.
before he beats him up, you've got the nice, not nice, but you've got the blatantly obvious Joe Camel product placement.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yes.
which like it was shocking seeing
For a
it,
kids movie.
again.
Yeah.
I mean, back then it was of course they're advertising cigarettes in a movie. They advertise it everywhere. Why
Yeah.
wouldn't they?
He beats him up. You get the obvious line of tell your friends about me, and who are you, man? I'm Batman. Such horrible writing, but it gives us the iconic line of I'm Batman.
Yeah. Well, that horrible writing part doesn't really change.
No, it keeps up that hello legs.
Yeah.
I just like saying that.
I think he probably wrote that line himself.
You think he was I think Arliss was improv.
I don't think he was improving. That was him trying to hook up with Kim Basinger the whole movie. They just let the
They
cameras
just let
roll.
the camera roll, and it's him being defeated every time. Every time Keaton walks in, he's like, we got Billy D.
Who would have been Harvey Dent?
He would have been Harvey Dent.
Well, I
if they
mean,
would've
he is
made-
Harvey Dent. He could have been
is.
Two-Face
He
is
would have
what
been
I meant.
Two-Face, yeah.
Yeah.
Can you imagine Billy D
he's
trying to
great.
be Two-Face? I've never seen him play evil. He's
Yeah, I
always
can't.
cool.
Yeah,
you're right.
Yeah, I don't think he would have played that. That'd been
He's,
off brand, right? He's cool as the
I
other
don't
side
know.
of the pillow, man.
I bet he would. I bet he would have done good.
See, then
He's good in it.
Showed his range.
I was like, man, this guy's he's great.
Do you
He's,
think Billy D's really interested in showing range, or just
Oh, no.
Billy D? Pay me my money.
Yeah, I think you're right.
What did Chuck Berry say every night before he went on stage?
And I'm with Billy D on this one. You know what I mean?
That's how you want your
Yeah.
Billy D.
I mean, if there's only one thing you want to buy from me, but you want to buy it for the rest of my life, that's fine. I'm
I
totally
gotcha.
okay with that. Yeah. One hit is enough.
Gordon, they wasted Gordon. They were like, this guy doesn't matter. He looks like a human toe, is what I wrote about Gordon.
How about when they tell him?
I'd say Toe's generous now.
What
Now that
is
you
the
bring it
line?
up.
Because we have to see it twice through video at the party.
Yes, and it's different.
And he's like, "Oh God, why didn't someone tell me?"
He goes, oh my God. What's that right down here? I wrote down a lot of quotes. but
It's
I'm
like
not
I'm an
sure.
HMFIC
"Oh
around
my
here.
God."
Oh, no,
dare
I don't
you.
have that here.
How dare you?
Before that, we got a great intro to Jack. He's watching TV. He's got the boss's girl with him. He's awesome at this point.
And isn't that in real life? Wasn't she Mick
That's Mick
Jagger's,
Jagger's
wife at that
wife,
time? Or,
daughter.
Yeah.
Something.
Something. You can go
It's
either
his-
way.
she-
It's
Either-
his Mick Jagger's wife daughter.
She either came out of his nuts or some nuts
Or
went
she
into
was
her.
playing with his nuts. One or the other.
Coming or going. One of those two.
Man, I zoned out for a second. All I hear is like Mick Jagger's nut. What?
So anyway, that's her. She comes in, and I love this scene. Jack's he's just like super confident. She's talking to him. There's a scene where she says, "You look good," and he says, "I didn't ask."
Yeah, he turns around.
Yeah, right.
Mask.
And then she like touches him, and he just gives her a look like, "Get your hand off my
Yeah.
shoulder." He's pretty rotten to Mick Jagger's nutsack. What do we call? What's her
I
name?
don't know.
It's Mick Jagger's
It's like
nutsack.
Jerry.
I think that's it.
Jerry Hall. I think is that right?
Is that who?
It
That's,
sounds like
I
her
think
name.
that's a girlfriend.
Oh, then okay. It's not
think.
his daughter. It would be Jerry
I
Jagger.
think. Yeah.
Jerry Jagger. Let's call her that.
Jerry Jagger. Jerry Jagger.
I wrote, I want more of Eckhart. I like this fat guy. We meet, he meets Jack and his number one, EB from Deadwood.
It's not EB though.
no, it has
it's
to
a
be.
knockoff EB from other stuff because I've seen
Gotta
it.
be EB.
But wait a minute, I've got to throw this out there. Who wrote the script? Did Burton write the script?
I didn't.
So
didn't notice.
here's my favorite thing. All right, so we've cast Jack Nicholson as the Joker. What can we do for his name in the
Hey, I got an idea.
Jack?
Jack.
We'll call Jack Nicholson
I actually thought it was written
Jack.
by
I
an
mean, like,
intern from
seriously,
Colorado
like,
State.
Really? Did no one? I was like,
I think it was like he'll respond to that.
like he doesn't know. Like you couldn't call him Bob. And he's
I
such
think
a
directors think really lowly of actors a lot of times. They're like, we'll name him Jack. It won't be Nickelstone, but it'll be like
It'll be close.
Napier.
yeah,
yeah,
Napier.
close to Napier. Hey, Jack.
Sorry, I got enough problems
Wait
with
till they
booze
get a
and all.
load of me.
So we get to we get to Palance's headquarters. Pretty cool headquarters. He's got the.
I think that's where he did Ripley's Believe It or Not from.
Pretty good.
Oh wait, which was first? Oh wait, that's obviously that was first. Ripley's.
Yeah, because it
Believe
was
it or
on
not.
like the same time as
That's right.
Wild Kingdom and stuff.
Yeah, you're right.
Ripley's Believe It or Not.
That's it right there.
I'm walking on
Boy, I love that show. But his office is pretty cool.
it. It was cool.
It's got the big. There's all kind of cement work outside of the building. He's very,
Very
up in the air.
gothic.
Very gothic.
Yeah, well,
Very
I
cool.
like that how I liked visually. I did like this movie.
Yeah.
Right. I love the
Yeah,
Art
they're
Deco stuff. I love the
Do you
costuming.
know my favorite part
Yeah.
is where they show him walking, and it's the worst CGI I've ever seen since the Northern Lights and Northern Express.
Oh, right, is the
You know what I'm talking
shadow.
about, where we see his shadow.
Yes,
walking?
the
It's like,
shadow.
Atari's had
yeah.
better
Yeah.
graphics. than
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Shadows.
That's exactly what they look like.
His thing's pretty cool. He's sending Jack. All you need to know is he's sending Jack to the factory. He immediately gets on the phone and says, "Let me speak to Detective Vicant." So you're like, "Oh, he's setting him up." Now this,
Don't forget
I like how in what world is that an anonymous phone call?
yeah,
Right.
yeah, you're
You're
right.
never gonna identify that voice.
Who was that?
Who was that guy?
I don't have any idea who that was.
The richest, most famous guy in town? No, it's probably just some bum.
I'm not taking that seriously at all. Now we get to one of the budget limitations of this movie.
They had budget
Yeah, no
limitations?
kidding. Yeah,
There's several, and this is the first one. They go to a casino party that's held to save the festival inside of Wayne Manor.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
The size of this room, it could have been. It's a trailer. It's literally 12 feet wide and about 40 feet long.
Yeah.
That's it.
The room where they go and look at the armor is bigger than the room the
bigger
party's
than
in.
the room the party's in, and it's not that even that
No,
big.
no.
It's just a well lit room.
Yeah.
it looks
Right.
spacious with a giant mirror. Bruce Wayne, more like Bruce Vane. Arliss. Give me a show, HBO. I'm funny, right?
Robert Wool.
Robert Wool.
I can act like it's the 30s.
Yeah. Hey. Hello,
that was his
hello
whole
legs.
shtick. Yes. Well, it was his whole. That was
Nice-
his bit,
nice
right? It's like it
stems,
was never like
Look at the stems on Blondie.
it was always somewhere between 1932 and 1945 in
Yeah.
his world. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Need an old timey baseball announcer? Well, get that guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Get us an Arliss type.
Why don't we just get him?
I wrote down. Vicky looks like she's getting married. She's wearing a wedding gown.
Well, that was I think I texted. I was like, "Is
You
that
did.
a prom dress or a
Yeah,
wedding
prom
gown?"
dress.
You know, because it's like, a party dress was not even appropriate for the time as a elegant party dress. You
and
know,
it's also,
Yeah.
if this happened today, people would be like, "Hey, Bruce Wayne, he has a Save the Festival casino party. Why don't you just pay for
why
it?
don't you say the festival, right?
Why don't you just save the festival yourself instead of making the common folk come to your beg for your money?" You get him making fun of Bruce in that room we were talking about, King of the Wicker People.
Right. They look strangely like the guys on the walls at the Colorado or Denver airport.
There's a lot of weird stuff at Denver Airport. That's another YouTube
It's the
channel.
goggles part that makes it creepy, right? And without the
Yes.
goggles, it's
Yes, I
it's
think
like
so.
Okay.
cool, but
Wicker Man.
Can I gotta ask a question because I saw Keaton doing an interview here recently where he was talking about how he wanted to come off as aloof and mysterious and kind of strange, and I don't think he ever does, because like think about in the newer ones, right? When Bale's got to act like a pompous ass, you know, he takes two models and they get in a water thing at this hotel, and
Yeah.
when they get in trouble, he's just like, "I'll buy it," and he buys it.
Yeah.
That's the eccentric weirdo.
I don't.
Michael
oh,
Keaton
no,
felt
Keaton-
I don't
he really
think
did-
they'll let
I
us.
never felt
I don't
it.
think
I
they'll
never
let us
felt
do
it.
that. Oh, I think they will. I own the place.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But I'm saying like I don't feel
Like
like
Don Jr.
well, Keaton
was
wasn't
that him just
playing.
be like, I bought it.
Keaton wasn't playing Bruce Wayne though. He was playing
He'd been
Johnny
like,
Dangerously. He was. That was
He
that
would-
was the character
he
he
would've
was
been like-
playing.
he
The
would've been
same
like
voice, you know.
Yeah.
Hey, sir, get out of the water. I bought it. You just be like, oh, what? Are you having a
Yeah,
Are you okay?
Well,
I mean,
think
I
about
was
that
just waiting
that
for him
scene
to
where
start doing
he's
Martin or Mr. Mom riffs.
well when he's
like it never came.
Well, that part really upset me when he's got like he puts the thing in the bush, he puts the glass on the thing to fall. I'm like,
Yeah.
Batman's not an idiot,
Right.
He's not gonna be just like,
Right.
oh, put this crystal on the side of the table.
I need Alfred follow me round.
Batman not know how to handle things.
Yeah, that didn't come off as like, the super famous moment where this kind of hoodwinkery is trying to take place is, and I don't know if you know this, I think he does for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Gene
Oh, yeah.
Wilder basically said like he was not going to do Willy Wonka if they didn't let him to do that flip.
I've
at the
heard that,
beginning.
yeah.
And he said because this sends the message you don't know who he is, you
Right,
can't trust
right,
him, and you never
right.
know what's going to happen.
right.
Michael Keaton made it sound like that's what they were going for, and he felt like they achieved it in that first
Okay.
15, 20.
Well,
and I'm like,
he
where
might
did
think
you
that,
see it? Where did you
that's
see
fine.
that at? Because I'm not
But I
seeing
mean,
it.
basically, you got Nicholson doing the TV Joker, and you've got Keaton doing Johnny Dangerously. Is essentially
bit,
how the
yeah.
movie plays out, and I don't mean in a bad
Yeah.
way.
I mean-
like think about when he's trying to tell Vicky that he's Batman,
Yeah,
right?
it's horrible. Yeah.
But that is the same scene where he's explaining to his kid brother he's going to get
You're right.
elephantitis.
You're right.
I mean, that's the same
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah, you're
It's,
right.
Yeah.
it's
and,
like
and him doing that glass stuff, that's straight out of Mr. Mom.
Yeah,
Like, it's
yeah,
just
Yeah.
Keaton is great at walking into a scene and being like, I can light up this scene.
yeah,
Yeah.
and he's great. And I love it. I
Which
want to
is
see
great.
it.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
a huge
but
fan
I don't-
of Michael Keaton. I don't want it to sound like
No.
I'm not.
But I don't want my
It's
Batman.
the movie.
I don't want my
sucks.
Batman being a clown.
I don't
Do
think
you
they knew
remember-
what they wanted Batman to be at that
Okay.
point.
I don't. Yeah, you're
So
right.
You
I
know.
said this the other day.
Or
in
what the
chat.
I don't think they knew where.
I will say, music, killer. I love the Batman soundtrack.
I hate the Batman
Really?
soundtrack. Prince can go. F
No, not that
himself.
crap. I'm talking about the. No, I hate the Prince stuff. I'm talking about the actual soundtrack.
But that guitar solo,
you mean-
though.
Oh, no. Yes. I'm sorry. I thought
score.
you meant.
Oh, the score. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Prince's
God,
video
no!
where he's half Joker, half Prince.
The
Like, come
Prince
on.
music ruins that whole scene for me. The whole scene where they're in the museum.
Okay, hang on. I
spray
want to
painting.
circle back real quick.
Okay.
I said this to you guys that day when I was. I'm sorry, I got to stop tapping this. I saw it that day when you and I were watching, and he was on an 8-hour hiatus, and we were blowing up the phones about how bad the movie was.
Just
The disappointing thing for me as a kid was that I liked the TV show, the Camp. Pow!
Yeah, that's me.
Sure.
Same way. Yeah, TV
cheesy
shows what I
cornball
knew.
jokes.
It was
right,
funny,
Right.
And it was
supposed to
billed
be.
as this
Right.
is a darker Batman. This is
Yes.
going to be the gritty, dark Batman. So I went into it expecting I was going to see what Nolan eventually does.
Yeah.
And I sat there at like
a
12 or 13, and I'm like,
reality-based Batman.
so this is just the same thing with the jokes are a little more subtle and there's no light.
Yeah,
that's how I
yeah.
felt
This,
about
you know
the
what?
show.
This
It
this
not-
was
I
the
not
beginning of the
impressed.
movies that I couldn't see.
Well, you're right.
Literally
But,
couldn't
but here's
see.
why. This was a little bit of lightning in the bottle, and then everyone was like, "We can do that."
Yeah.
And the
It's kind of like Buck
mean
Owens
use
is
the
like, turn
light?
down the bass, and
it
they're like,
was
turn
good
down the
because
lights.
you had Jack Nicholstone, and you had Keaton in it, and it's not a great movie,
No.
but it really caught the attention of America.
Yeah, it did.
took
it was
by
a
storm.
phenomenon. Yeah.
So you had a bunch of people that watched it and went, "Well, this must be what people want."
Right.
Let's
Right.
give him the Phantom with Billy Zane. Let's give him the Alec Baldwin movie, Little Piggy himself,
What was
little
that
manslaughter
movie?
killer himself.
What was that movie? The
Dark something about it. He wears a hat. The Shadow. I think
Shadow.
that's right.
Yeah,
From-
yeah,
it was like
yeah.
a
We're gonna have
30s
to
radio
Me and
broadcast.
Koppel
Yeah,
are gonna have to watch that one.
The Shadow.
Shadow, the Phantom, the
That sound, you
Dick
know what?
Tracy.
You just did that voice.
the Phantom. What's
No,
Yeah,
it
Dick Tracy
sounded
was
a
out
lot
there.
like
Dick Tracy's
those
awful. Except for that couple
those
Madonna
sound
scenes.
bites I found of your great grandfather.
Oh.
It sounded a lot like we're Fretzman here. It sounded,
You sounded like
it
it.
had a vibe of it. So, okay, sorry.
Yeah. It really did.
Fretzman here. Smizmo!
One of the bits we'll have to get to. Maybe we'll have video clips eventually of him.
Oh dear God!
I have a great
Hashtag cancel the show.
great grandfather. We'll have to resurface some of those old clips.
Hashtag over before it starts.
Sorry, I didn't mean to detract
No,
from the
it's
movie when you were
okay.
doing that.
I really
voice.
don't care. We get.
And by the way, you know where I told you guys where the movie finally lost me, and it was the same when I was a kid.
Oh, it's when the shock thing, right?
That could have been awesome.
Okay.
And it didn't. It was complete cheeseball.
Okay.
And I felt
can
it start
give you that.
jumping the shark. But I'll tell
Hey.
you, like when I meant that so you don't get pulled into that crap. That
Oh.
effing scene in the museum is the pinnacle of what a shit show this movie was.
Yeah.
I hated it.
Prince- the
then.
Prince music, the
Prince music
The
sucks.
coming in, destroying art. It
Oh,
also
we're
makes
destroying art.
it makes-
Look how bad we are.
it makes me very uncomfortable too. I hate it. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm with you. I'm like, oh, such,
Yeah,
What are you
you're-
throwing tomato sauce to Mona Lisa?
Yeah, I mean, like, what?
That's
What? And then, like I said, what's his big scam? The people are going to be stinky and can't take baths. What an evil
yeah.
plan!
Yeah, but they die though, don't they?
A few.
Yeah, they die. Does he kill all those people in the museum? And by the way, what museum have you ever been to that has tables for lunch and dinner? I mean, I'm not
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
I'm not saying
Oh,
on the
no,
way,
they do.
I'm
like
not
a-
saying on the
yeah.
way out. I'm not saying they won't have a cafeteria
Or
section
downstairs.
or
There's usually a
downstairs.
cafeteria
Well, I'm
way
thinking,
away from
I'm
the
thinking
art.
like
Way away from the
events,
art.
though. You know,
But it's
I mean,
not.
I was okay
It's
with
not.
that.
Here you go. Sit down amongst the art and eat.
That's true. Yeah,
But
that's
remember,
that is
this
true.
was a private thing for the Richies,
Oh, that's
so
true.
maybe
Yeah.
that's okay.
Well, good.
Yeah.
I'm glad they died. Oops.
By the way, can we just say this?
Yeah.
The entire Nolan trilogy is built around the notion that Batman will not kill.
Yeah.
Michael Keaton kills a couple
killing
people
people.
in these
Oh,
movies.
definitely.
Like
Yeah.
early, like throwing them off a building.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm okay with
I
it.
thought
but-
about that too.
But like, this
No,
is a completely
yeah.
different. And you would think, based on how this one's cheesy and this one's dark, they would have flipped.
Yeah,
that
right.
motif.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right. It'd been.
Like
You're right.
Like the Joker's, you won't
He
kill. Yeah, I
throws him-
will.
throws him out the building, but yeah, right.
All right. So we get to. We're there at the factory. He's getting. It's. We've been ratted out, boys.
We've been ratted out, boys.
Now here's my favorite part. Eckhart shows up and he says, "Shoot to kill, boys.
Yeah, right.
If you know what I mean."
Yeah, yeah. It's
How
like,
else
yeah,
am I
what
supposed to
else?
take
Yeah,
that?
well,
There's no innuendo.
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
There's
Where's
no
the innuendo?
There's no wordplay.
Excuse me, Lieutenant Eckert. I don't get it.
Yeah, what did you mean?
So shoot. Wait a minute. You mean like my gun?
And kill.
Kill. Is that like murder, death, kill from Demolition Man?
Or is it like back shots? Kill?
Back shots? You talking about Will Smith giving back shots in that room?
Seriously, I forgot about, if you know what I mean.
Like what? That's one of those writer things where they wrote shoot to kill, and then the writer was like, I have to put something. It can't just be 4 words or whatever that is. If you know what I mean. Yeah, they're not.
Oh, I see.
Well, they're
I
police.
see friends, like one of them writing and the other one being like effing with them. That's not good enough, man. You need something
You need
after.
something
If
else.
he
Yeah.
writes it walking out of the room, you're like,
You
what
should
a
be like,
dumbass.
you should be like, he should have like, questioning the other cops if they know what he means because they're stupid. And he walks out, he's like, hey, cab. Under his breath. They get in there. Batman shows up. Gordon goes, oh my God. He says, oh my God, about 5 times. This
Yeah.
movie, The Human
In
Thumb.
that movie, he either says that or Vicky Vale screams. That's basically
You're right.
their character.
Yeah.
We have Batman. He gets Jack. I like Jack's reaction. I also like that Jack apparently knows some factory work because he goes to this giant console and it's so Tim Burton. It's just this giant console. I enjoy it actually. It's very like
It looked
old.
like it was straight out of Charlie Chaplin's
Yes.
Modern Times.
Yes, or just like a Frankenstein movie
Yeah.
or something. MGM. He just starts trashing it. There's steam going everywhere. There's slime. I kept waiting for the guy from RoboCop to come out and be like, "Help me!"
Well, I was kept waiting for the Rick and Morty Bat Acid episode to start up. It's, say the bat's good, Morty. Say the bat is good. Kiss the bat.
There's a really sloppy scene where he's like, "I got put him down, or I'm gonna do Gordon." And I'm like, "You're gonna do it?" Like sexually?
Do me, baby. Do me, baby.
Baby. Anyway, but Gordon's just kind of aimlessly walking around in the background. I don't know if you noticed this.
The chief of police.
He's like,
Yeah.
he like looks at him, or not Gordon, Eckert. He's like,
Yeah,
he's-
the lieutenant.
Gordon's been taking whatever. He lets Jack go, and then Jack somehow gets dropped and says, "Hey, Eckhart, think about the future," which is a callback from earlier. He shoots him. He does have a great death.
yeah.
More green slime. Once again, I want the guy from RoboCop. You know what I'm talking about, Shark?
I don't.
Oh, we should watch
I know what you're talking
RoboCop.
about. I just recently rewatched
I love
RoboCop. know what you're talking about.
RoboCop. I think it's a masterpiece of a film, but there's a guy that gets dumped in toxic goo at the end, and he's like melting, and he's walking out, and his friends are driving toward him, and he's going, "Help me, please, God, help me!" And they just
Smoke him.
He turns into water on the windshield.
Yeah, it sounds right up my alley.
That's right out of Shark's
It's
favorite
great.
films.
It's great. Or watch Garfield,
So then we got a date
and
with,
not the good Bill Murray
oh,
one.
Yeah, not that one.
Oh, lawsuit.
You're talking about grass on the Garfield play ball. All right.
What?
that movie you told me about.
right. That film.
movie.
Film.
Dylan from Chillin' and Dylan told us about that film. If there's hair on the Garfield play ball.
That's right. It is that callback. I forgot
That's
about
right.
that.
Yeah.
Dylan, he's a guy that we used to get confused with in the reviews. Well, by the way, we're gonna read some here in just a little bit. We got a few minutes to get to that. By the way, that reminds me.
Wait a minute. Are we even going to get to Batman Returns?
Oh yes, that's the next show.
Oh, the next show. Okay.
Yeah, it's next week, man.
That's next week.
Same
You're gonna wear-
time.
are you gonna wear the same
same
clothes?
Bat channel?
Don't jump to Shark, Rob.
Now, I would advise wearing something different, or people will think you just wear the same thing.
Kidding, man.
This is my uniform. I have to wear it.
So
I lost a bet
You're
to
repping.
Shark.
today's we're going to take a little break for our sponsors on WDBX, and while we do that on the podcast, we're going to read our sponsor here. 20 and 21 is sponsored today by Roundup Weed Killer. That's right, Roundup Weed Killer. Do you need to poison not only weeds but the earth itself with the worst stuff ever made? Roundup's for you. You could easily pull that weed out of the roots, or perhaps do a little hoeing or weed eating. But if that's too much to ask, then why not spray deadly chemicals everywhere and pollute the only planet we got? It's not like dandelions or beautiful yellow flowers that you can eat and then turn into white balls of magic to be enjoyed by children and grown-ups alike. Ho, Roundup. No amount of lawsuits can stop them.
Apparently not. No.
Want to kill something beautiful without the public shame and ridicule? Try Roundup Weed Killer. Killer is in the name.
Does work though.
Oh, works like a son of a gun.
It's called satire, Tone.
We got one more here. One of our many sponsors today is PBS. Remember PBS? They don't have Sesame Street anymore, but
No?
No, it's
tune
on
in
HBO.
tune in every evening for an Isley Brothers concert from 1997. But wait, it gets better. They're going to interrupt the concert about every 17 minutes to sell you a CD of the concert you're currently
17
watching
minutes.
for free.
About every 7 seconds.
They also have really slow British dramas that have actors that make you say, that guy looks like another guy I know from something.
That I didn't
they have
watch.
Like 3 episodes, though. It really gives you finality.
Oh, it's perfect for insomnia. Good thing nothing shut down Austin city limits. Uh-oh. PBS, watch it while you can.
Sesame Street's on HBO.
It's on
They
HBO.
privatized Sesame Street.
Yes, HBO.
Yeah, so
Does Disney own it, or does I don't know who owns
I
it?
don't know. But
HBO owns it,
every
whatever.
Gen Xer, I
That's
think, at
actually-
that point, we were like, oh, so it really is over. It all is.
That's
It's
actually
like,
not true. They do own it, but if you have just PBS, I know my mom just has PBS, and it's on PBS.
Oh, okay.
They,
That makes me feel a little bit
HBO
better.
gives it
All
to
right.
people. You watch it first on HBO on Max.
Max.
Well, because that is kind of the
Max
indicator,
Shrek.
right? I mean, if Sesame Street gets totally privatized,
Yeah.
then I mean capitalism won, right?
Dude,
Yeah, for
capitalism
real.
won, and it's already back to
Yeah, I mean,
losing
I
again.
think they have already won. I mean, I'd be clear about that, but I mean that would be like the kind of the final marker,
Yeah.
right?
Number one in my book.
Yeah.
All right. They have a date. They have this awkward date. Bruce says he's never been in the dining room.
We should have got out the fancy pot passing sticks.
Which, by the way, is that supposed to be one of his? Look how mysterious I am.
I think
Does
so.
he mean it?
I think
Has
it was.
he
I
never
think it
been
was
in the
played for the
room?
joke. I think they had the Beverly Hillbillies in mind. Or the old joke where you're at the two ends of the table and you're screaming at each other, and it's like this
Yeah.
is stupid, and then that gives you cause to come
If that
together
was,
and
if
romance
that was the goal, it
ensues
didn't
and-
work.
No, it didn't.
Another
No,
F
it
for
didn't.
Tim Burton.
Yeah,
in this
for real.
film.
Not good. Then Alfred tells him embarrassing stories. Like, shut up, Alfred.
Yeah, like they don't make Alfred endearing.
Not really.
Like you're just supposed to love Alfred because he's an old guy.
Yeah, like
Right,
and
right.
by
They
the way-
don't
says
make
he's
you love
great.
Alfred.
She says
you know?
he's great, and his response is, "Yeah, I couldn't find my socks without him."
Yeah, right. Yeah,
Well, and how about this?
Not like he's a member of my
They've
family,
known
he
Vicky
raised me.
Vale.
Yeah.
like
My father liked
27 minutes. I think you should tell her your secret identity, Master Wayne.
Yeah.
Yeah, no
What?
kidding.
No.
Well, like
We
you
don't
said,
know
and at that
about her.
point we don't even know
She's
him.
a photojournalist.
Yeah,
Like,
tell a reporter who you
but
are.
I'm just going to show her down to the bat caves and she can take pictures of everything.
I
you
mean,
know?
basically, he's an old bitty matchmaker
Yeah,
the whole time.
he
You know what I mean?
is,
He's like
yeah.
your
At one point, I
you know,
love it. He's,
grandma's
Bruce
mean
says,
friend.
Hey, Alfred, if you love her so much, why don't you marry her?
Yeah, right.
I'm doing. That's
Get off my
Keaton.
back, Dad.
was that? I felt like that was Nicholstone meets Jack
Palance
Palance
meets
or whatever. Like you really had a lot going on there.
I've melded them all into one voice. It
long as
happens
you
on
just
the
don't-
One impression to rule them all. One.
Slip into the English guy next.
I was gonna say next it's gonna be, my name's not Jack, call me the Joker. Dinner, he's gonna get lucky. She's drunk. He's not. Problematic these days, probably.
Yeah. There's
she
that whole
wakes-
consent thing.
she
I
wakes-
think that's always been problematic.
She wakes up. He wakes up. He can't sleep. Of course, he has to go get upside down to get some rest because he's a Batman.
He's a bat.
Like a bat sleeping through an earthquake.
Batman.
3 episodes in a row, baby. Got it in.
He did.
But he's. It's night. Bats are not.
Turn
Yeah,
over.
you should get
Yeah.
up. And,
Yeah.
You gotta be
but
your
gotta sleep.
bull.
Yeah, and you're right. And
Night.
then we get back to Palance. Now this is what freaked me out. Does he live in this office? Because earlier I said
Yeah, it's his
this office-
penthouse office
Yeah.
space.
office
yes,
splash
yes.
house because he comes out in a bathrobe.
Right.
Very happy.
Very happy. He must have taken his Viagra. The elevator doors open, and he says, "Hey there, sugar bumps. Is that you?" And then also very 90s, Jack says, "You set me up over a woman."
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah, like the most disgusting
worst
trivial thing ever.
You could possibly do. Don't worry. I'm gonna treat her like crap until she dies. She had a little fall.
Right. Now there you go. That was good. Well done.
All right. Sugar Bumps, he starts shooting him. He says, Jack's gone. Call me the Joker. And he get the big reveal, and he starts shooting him to the circus music. I like that scene.
I like that scene shooting over his shoulder, doing all the
Yeah.
stupid stuff. That actually worked. I was okay with
They
that.
just let the cameras roll on him, right?
I think so.
That's why you get all the weird, like, ooh,
That's what you would think. Yeah. Yeah.
ooh.
That didn't work, by the way.
It's
You did good, but that movie sucked. Yeah, like,
didn't work. I thought I was really getting him down. Ooh. What are you, freaking out?
mean, working on my wound
here's what
for a
I
week.
imagine. I imagine Burton being like, "Give me 2 more wounds." And roll.
Wait a minute. Oh, I think. Wait, what? You did it wrong. You have to get that hair out of his eyes first. He's an emo, you know. Oh. Sugar Bumps, he gets killed. Yeah, hanging like skeleton. Jack, wait till they get a load of me. We get that line. That's where the
Line was
People
good
walked
ass
around
even
for
then.
saying that for
Oh
how
my
many years?
God.
15 at
It
least.
sucked then. It sucks
Yeah,
now.
right. It was
I've only
never a
said
good
it 3
line.
times in the show because I hate it so much.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that was like,
It
what's
should-
that?
Here's what the
Oh
line
my
should
God,
have been.
yeah.
You know.
Where do they get a load of this shit?
Yeah.
And literally be a load of shit because that's how bad the movie is. But anyway, I digress. My hatred's starting to come out.
Oh,
for this
it really
movie.
is.
I've subdued
Now,
it.
I
for a
like
bit.
this scene. I don't think you like this scene. I like it for one reason, and I think it's the practical effect reasons. When he has the meeting with the mob bosses and he shocks the guy to death, I like the practical effects of, one, the guy getting fried to death and being like a practical skeleton there, and then
Yeah.
how they had to pull
Yeah.
that off.
Right.
Yep.
Second, it's harder than you would think. But him having makeup on and then wiping the makeup off to reveal the white makeup
Right.
is a really hard thing to
Right.
pull off.
I
and,
like-
and he looks awesome when he does
No,
it, when he
I-
wipes it. But is it the end of it that you can't take
No,
where he's doing
I
hot
think-
town?
It that death could have been like so dark.
I guess so.
Instead, it became like
And
a bad cartoon.
He takes the edge off
Yes,
of it.
and that's what I didn't like.
I got you.
Because the Joker needs to be like
I
shoot
think-
over his shoulder.
well,
we get
I mean,
he's
that's-
goofy,
that's
but vicious.
Burton.
But this is like,
Right, don't you think?
It's a hot one here.
Don't you
He's
think
sitting there
that's-
doing Dangerfield all of a sudden.
Yeah, it's like, don't reflect, don't
Yeah,
reflect.
so it's not near just me. Hey.
Like that was the thing is like again, I
doing
guess
real rough.
I went under the premise this was going to be dark when I was a
Yeah.
kid, and I walked in. I'm like, no, this is
No,
Johnny
it's not.
Dangerous,
It's
like, comedy.
that Joker's right out of like the comic books and not the dark comic books because there were dark Batman comic books
Sure.
at the time.
Sure.
It's like the Joker from the old campy one.
Right.
Which most of it I like it when he's on doing his commercials and he's got the girls on the beach with their
Yeah,
face
right.
masks.
Yeah.
I thought that was good.
That's right out of a comic book.
Yeah.
Like I love him doing that. I love his whole plot. I like the whole plot, not the plot. But that's very what I mean. The plot is as you were talking earlier about.
I'll make him stink.
Yeah, I'll make them stink.
Yeah, yeah.
It's his overall plan. I didn't necessarily like that plot, but I liked that it involved the entire city.
Yes.
Joker's plots usually involve they're big.
Yes.
They're not just I'm going to
It's
poison
not a
the water
heist. It's
system.
not.
Well,
a,
and I
Yeah, I'm not
also-
stealing money. I want
Right,
to create
right, yeah.
And they
chaos.
didn't play up because the thing is for however intelligent Batman is, so is the Joker.
Yeah.
Right? They're a perfect
Yes.
foil of each other.
No.
And like
Yeah.
you get one line that the Joker has figured out it's a certain combination of chemicals. So like you put on deodorant, you might be fine, but you put
But
on
if you put on
deodorant and wash your
hairspray,
hair.
yeah.
That's genius. That's the Joker. Like there's chaos.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
oh,
can't
yeah.
figure but we get one throwaway line.
Yeah, they don't. They definitely don't play up the,
No, the
you know, like.
detective,
But like
yeah.
I said, I really
It's
think
all
that,
done on his computer. Him and Alfred are just like hitting keys.
I don't think they had a good vision. Yeah, I don't think.
Oh,
I don't.
no,
I don't think
absolutely
anybody
not.
ever sat down and said, "Here's the Batman. Here's the movie we're
And
making."
here's the arc.
Right. You know, I think it was
Yeah.
like,
I got
"You're
no
Jack
arc,
Nicholson.
well,
you just do you, baby."
Asahi.
You know. Yeah. Yeah. It was.
The third act sucks so bad. It's so
really bad.
so slow and long and just excruciating. The whole
I remember
chase,
sitting in the theater.
the
thinking,
whole
this
the
is
whole
never
part of
gonna
it.
end.
Yeah, really though.
half
I do
half
too.
of it they're in a cave, and here's the thing, right? I mean, what are caves? 55 degrees.
pretty cool.
I
They're
think
not
54.2,
warm places,
but, you
man.
know,
How are these
damp.
people hanging out? Right? How are they hanging out down there? Like in sleeves. You know what I mean? Come on,
Batman's
if
got
you're
space
hanging out
heaters
down there,
everywhere.
all that. Vicky ain't sitting down there in 50-degree weather in a dress with
because
no
the-
coat on
the grease
and
would have
not
become
freezing to death.
gelatinous in
I
her
mean,
hair.
I'd be freezing to death. If it was me and next to
She's
Batman, I'd be
one
like
greasy
looking like
bitch.
we were on the
How
moon.
about-
I'd parka and stuff. Be like,
Hey, how about
what do you want to
this?
do next, Batman? How about we
She-
go outside and get warm?
How about she walks in? She's
how I
just
like
been
him.
given the greatest secret ever. This man that you're potentially falling in love with is Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Bruce Wayne is Batman. The shocker, and she's like, "I should have called you." You know, like they have some kind of like love thing. I should have called
And you know,
or whatever.
you get
it
a
is.
suit that can stop bullets, but you can tear the head off of it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and that's in the second one. That bothered me so much.
Oh, is it the
as a
second
kid,
one?
Yeah, as a
Okay,
kid
yeah, that's
and
right.
and now
it's like, well,
right.
the suit ought to be a little tougher than
rips
that.
it off.
Well, like when the Joker tries to take off Christian Bale's, the guy gets
It's
electrocuted.
Yeah, it's very
Yeah.
smart. Like you can't touch it.
Yeah.
There's a scene in here where the Joker is cutting up pictures like he's a preteen girl. He's got like maggot, but they're all pictures of Vale. But he's also got pictures of other things.
Right.
There's a 300 pictures on the ground.
Yes.
That he's cutting out, and he keeps going. Got no time, no time. Oh, I got no time. I'm like, stop making collages, you moron.
Yeah, you could have made 60,000.
Yeah, if you would
collages
just
by
stop
this point.
scrapbooking.
Stop scrapbooking and start planning your stupid crime because this scrapbook is not either just pictures.
Just
He's
get
gonna
on with
ma-
this caper.
He's gonna masturbate to him later, right? Is that why you make a collage? Or is it,
Well, there
I
was no
don't know.
internet,
There's
man.
no
I mean,
spirit.
you know,
There's no
masturbation was a much more involved operation back in those days.
There was
you
no,
know what I mean? There was a lot
have
more
we had the-
preparation
have we had the-
involved.
wait, did we skip over the? You want to get nuts? Let's get.
Oh,
nuts.
yeah, I think we did,
That's
where he
Johnny
shows up.
Danger. That's like any
Yeah.
comic movie he's ever been in.
Yeah.
like
and it's so cheesy. I'm gonna use this thing. I know he's gonna shoot me here, and
yeah, he could shoot me in the head.
Well, it's like
balls.
Back to the Future
knees.
3 much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I know this 10 thing
Right
is
here.
perfectly gonna be
Here.
right here.
you get the line. You want to get nuts, which is fun. You get the you ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight.
That was a
Right.
nice callback. I loved it even as a kid. Like, this
and
is
that's
good.
when he's like, "Whoa, I've heard that before." And then you
Right.
find out Jack killed his parents.
Pearl necklace.
I guess she had a pearl necklace, man. I heard you heard about this girl in town. She's married to the richest guy in town, but she'll let anybody give her a pearl necklace.
Hey, how about this one?
You're the first person I ever met
Joker
actually
here.
knew the words to that. I just like the guitar solo
I just like how
myself.
he takes over TV at any time he wants.
Yes. Yep. He even pushes out the monitor.
Yeah, you do his
Joker here.
Joker wipe.
And Star White.
At one point, he says, "I've made up my mind. It's time to make some mookie."
Yeah, I
What
looked at
the
that
hell
one. I
is
looked up the
Mookie?
word Mookie over and over
What? Nothing?
because I
I mean,
think
there's
a
Mookie
slight-
Blaylock.
There's Mookie Wilson, who
Mookie
played
Wilson.
for the Mets.
That's right.
I think I've heard like mob movies and stuff call someone a mook.
That's
I think Christopher even uses the term mook. I don't
think
know what it
that's
means. I'm
some
sure
kinda-
if I'm. By the way, it's probably a
Yeah,
derogatory
I was going to
slang
say,
term.
yeah.
Sorry about
Christopher Moltisanti said it. I don't know what it means.
I don't even know what it means, T.
But in the Jack
Well, you had a
Nicholson
responsibility
movie,
to
he
know
says
and mean before you
Yes,
hurt
he
people,
says
Robbie.
Mookie. I thought it was a Mookie Blaylock reference. I wasn't sure.
Once upon a time.
Then they show up at the museum. We already talked about
Oh,
how stupid that is. The melting scene.
Slapping
So
by painting
she,
or
he
sculpture
like,
or-
oh no, she throws water on him. He does the whole
Like,
Wi-
I'm
Wizard of
melting,
Oz. I'm
right?
melting.
Yeah.
Why does she go to comfort him? She does the
And
like
it's trying to show her,
"Oh,
trying to show her
She's so-
humanity and empathy, and
She's
you know,
instead of running
great.
away, she
yeah.
goes to pet him.
Is this the scene where he has?
So what
which
she
I-
says, "Boo."
I honestly thought it was a good line wherever it occurs. He's like, "Beauty and the Beast." But if anyone
anybody
calls
kiss.
you Beast, but then
But
it's
anyone
I'll
but
rip
me.
their lungs out.
It's like
It's
let's say I think it's
like I like that play. That's so Joker. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That play of could have been.
Well, and that's
But-
the thing. Like the whole, the male-female dichotomy throughout the movie was not 1989. It was very much 1930.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like for example, when the Joker is to believe all of a sudden that she's into him. When she starts
Yes,
playing him
yes,
there.
right.
That's something you see. I mean, that's like 40s movie.
That's a good-
You know what I
that's a
mean? And
very
so they
good
really
point.
play those
Yeah.
the gender roles.
Yeah,
and
this criminal genius who's figured up the chemical components to poison the entire city of Gotham
Yeah.
can't figure out that a woman who's hated him the entire movie starts oddly
and
kissing his
like
suit.
and literally goes
Purple.
from it, like flips from it, in 1
And then,
second.
are
You know
we
what I mean?
to
Like she's
assume-
hating him.
And just like that.
Are we to
Right.
assume that she's going to go down on him? Because it.
I
really
think.
looks
Well,
like
I think the
Well,
point
no,
is
'cause
he
was working
assumed
his-
that.
Well,
yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
but,
I see,
But
yeah.
that's what she's.
Well,
she's
yeah,
making it
yeah.
look
That's
like
where she
that.
was headed for. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
like, she's licking his fabric. It's so gross.
It's so weird.
Anyway, Batman
I bet
gets
Tim
up
Burton
there.
was
He
sitting
drops.
there
He drops.
lick it. Lick
There's,
it.
hey, there's
watching
the
Daily.
thumbnail
There's
right
the
there.
thumbnail. Tim Burton. This is Tim Burton watching the dailies. Oh yeah, look. Now get down.
Get your greasy hair over here.
Hey, what's his wife's name?
Ellen Bonham Carter.
Hey, Ellen.
She left
Hey,
him by now,
Ellen.
but yeah, not then.
Eleanor, watch this for tonight. We're gonna watch this in the dailies.
You're gonna lick my arm, Ellen. No, I'm not taking off my jacket.
Johnny's coming over
Lick the
tonight.
jacket.
Johnny's coming over tonight, Helena.
Johnny the Nip.
My favorite guy, Johnny.
Put him on the glass.
Oh man, we're about out of time. Anyway,
I need to pee.
The movie sucks.
the movie sucks. It's
bad.
Tim
the
Burton
whole thing.
sucks.
Batman unloads. He's killing people with his guns and rockets. Now, I do like the part where Arliss tries to help people. He tries to help people. He fights bioterrorism with a dust mask.
Right? Yeah. No kidding.
Then he
And-
just happened to find
well,
back
and
in
a
his
baseball
car.
and a baseball bat because
I've got you.
that's just for checking the tires, officer.
I like that they're like, we got to make this guy not
Wait,
such a loser. He's
Wait,
gotta
we
do
have to
something.
bring up one thing. That the Joker pulls a 6-foot pistol out of his
He does,
pants
that
and
he
shoots
does.
a plane down.
Telescoping pistol. Batman
Yeah.
unloads on him. nothing.
He essentially pulls out a
Joker's
recoilless
just doing
rifle.
This. Yes.
Right.
Right.
Hey, do
One
you
shot,
guys-
boom, crash.
Do you guys remember at the time around the film, there was this whole talk that there was going to be a sequel, but the Joker would be back because, remember, don't forget.
Yeah, when
You're
you saw
lucky.
the cards and the
And
right.
then his cards
Yeah,
are
flow,
there
or
on
right,
him and
right,
everything.
right.
I'm just glad they didn't.
Agreed. Yeah. Although I think what did Nicholstone go on to make As Good as It Gets or something like that? So maybe we could have used another Joker. I don't know.
Will come first. A Few Good Men will come first. And you love that movie, or you used to.
It's a great movie.
And,
Yeah, it's great. It's a great movie.
Departed has a lot of problems, but I love The Departed.
Oh my God, yes.
Oh yeah.
The other part of our
pisses me off because it shouldn't have won an Oscar.
for the radio listeners, we got a little bit of time left, but not. Ooh, we're
You
going to
played your client out for a set of steak knives.
This is a segment we call reviews. This is you used to be able to write us on Facebook and give us reviews, and if they were good, we would read them on the air. Rob, you got your?
I don't have my readers.
You don't have your readers. I have some extra readers. Our Shark has some readers.
Yeah,
right
but will they work for me?
Oh,
Wait till they get a load of this shit. Get a load of these glasses.
Oh no, that's way worse.
Oh no, okay.
All right, let me see if I can.
It won on your big head anyway, man.
Hey man, Phil Kunstler, Ron Kuby. Okay, wait a minute. Where am I? Sorry, I moved it. I was trying to get bigger font.
Right here, this one right there.
Old man, take a look at my eyes. I'm so
that sucks,
blind.
right? So you have to wear like glasses and readers.
Because I can't. I didn't want to try bifocals.
See, I'm the same way.
The
I
guy
tried
told me,
them,
he's
and
like,
I
think
mean,
they'll make you
I'm
sick.
Migraine City, man. I couldn't do it.
This one right here. All right, so I'll have to do it this way. Okay.
Is that okay?
I'm gonna try it.
Okay.
Are we ready?
Sure, let's go for it.
Here's to solo 69s and farting on dimes. Am I right, boys?
No,
No.
Here's to fishing with gasoline and loving girls that are mean. Am I right, boys?
maybe a little more so than the last one, but
Here's to sucking on bunions and freebasing funyuns.
All right.
Am I right, boys?
second part.
Not where I
maybe.
thought it was going.
Jackie is on a roll. And by the way, a roll is what I call a constant downward spiral as I puff my life away. JK!
By the way, this is our old friend Jackie. Am I right, Johnson?
Am I right?
He used to write to us on a sometimes twice a show basis.
Yeah.
He liked his comedy getting out there.
I'm having a ball thanks to you like-minded fellas. Here's to onomatopoeia and drinking your neighbor's diarrhea. Am I right, boys?
Oh, by the way, he does not represent 2021 or the views of the show.
Here's to eating trash and ass, blasting cash. Am I right, boys? No. You boys know about ass blasting cash?
No, I don't.
No.
Woo-wee, what a time. And he doesn't tell us anything. Here's to music that's funky and sleeping with the green monkey.
Oh, dear God.
Am I right, boys?
No.
No, not
Just
at all.
joshing about the green monkey.
Oh, thank God.
We all know the government created. Whoops, I lost it.
I think I knew where it was going.
Oh, I thought Jackie got
Government
hijacked.
created
I was starting to get interested there.
I was going to say.
This is me going back and forth. I swiped it into another page.
Oh, man.
I apologize, dear
Oh,
listeners.
no. That is okay.
Am I right, boys?
And what's bad is Robbie's the smart one amongst us. Like he's the only
There's
guy who
no-
knows how to set the clock on a VCR.
There's no proof of that. We all know the government created AIDS. Am I right, boys?
That's
Yeah.
it. Okay. I thought it was going to be like to control somebody.
You know I am. Here's to Team Jackie and
I thought you said
Wild
crack.
Tobacco.
Oh, nice.
And this
All
is
right.
one
I
of
like
his
that
big trademark phrases. Keep up the pride. Five stars, Jackie. Am I right,
Before we knew
Johnson?
Jackie, we were a little worried about that last night. We
were.
were like, well,
Yeah, it's
which,
innocent enough.
Which one? But after knowing him, we understand now.
Yeah,
that
pride
it's,
and,
it's
you know, the
right,
show
right.
and everything
Yeah, it's
else.
like,
Well, we are out of time, and thanks for listening, everybody. And we were going to do the.
What's a dirty pog?
Oh, no. That's another review. We're going to have to get to that some other time. Let me read that. What is that? Oh, no. Come back.
it's not the same as
Oh, God.
Mexican Halloween.
I thought they
It
were
says,
pogs that you play with.
What's up, you dirty pogs? Yeah, you know what it means. Deal with it. It's your fault for reading fan-written reviews live on the air. You three have no one to blame but yourselves. Tim Berkeley, 3 stars.
Oh, I think
Burton?
Tim Berkeley. Tim Berkeley. Yeah. With that in mind.
Sounds like one Robbie
oh,
wrote.
shoot. One more thing. For the radio, we're gone for the radio. Thanks for listening, everybody. I'm not sure where I'm waving the camera. I got one more thing, though, here.
So we're off the radio now,
We're
right?
off the
fuckers?
fucking radio.
All
yes.
right.
We are
Fuck you.
off those motherfuckers.
Welcome to the fucking show, everybody.
That's right. So I've been talking about this.
Poop.
We all know we lost OJ. And I don't know.
Did we?
if
Hey,
you
did I
guys-
show you guys my new OJ
Oh yeah,
impersonation?
let's see this thing. Oh no. You look like Adam Sandler from Hotel Transylvania. I don't know if you guys want to watch this, but there's footage of his final moments. If you guys want to watch it.
Let's roll the clip.
All right, here he is.
I can hear you so good in the hands.
Let's see here.
Do I need to get down?
No, you're fine, surely. One of them will get it. There he is. Oh, he looks young. Oh,
Come on, there it is.
oh no!
What a way to go.
Wow.
What a way to go.
It was still too good
Wow.
for that POS.
Man.
Yeah, that's
Is
true.
that Sharp
is that,
warming up in the morning?
No, that's
Joe Bonamassa.
no, that's the dude from Reverb. He does all the Reverb demos.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it looks like he's a string joy slinger now.
Gotcha.
Try some
All right.
of those if you haven't.
Oh, I have.
Have you?
I have, yeah.
I like them.
I do too. They're very nice. Yeah. Hey, Ruru.
Yeah, they're handcrafted in East Nashville by
East
free range hippies. All the
these
nickels
free
been
range.
organically sourced.
Okay.
I even hear that the wrap strings have been grass fed.
Is that right?
Yeah, I'll tell you what. And in all seriousness, that string joy
a
stuff
bleeder.
is no joke, man. They last. I mean, they're not
I
wrapped
really
or
like
coated
'em. I
or
have 'em
anything.
on-
They sound good and they
I have 'em
last
on
just
that one
forever.
right there.
Yeah, they're great.
What the fuck's going on around here?
We're trying to get a sponsorship from Guitar String Company.
What the fuck?
Looks like you're having a smashing good time.
What the fuck?
So we do have to wrap up the show, and we do this at the end of every show. Does this belong in the 20 greatest things existing in the 21st century? And I say, absolutely yes. Batman goes in the list. Shark?
In the 21st century? No, nothing. I haven't found anything that goes into 20. Nothing yet.
All right, it's just me, I guess. We'll see
It's
you next
me.
time.
All right, it's me. I'm the problem. It's me.
See y'all.